Hello, I'm Shay. Hope you are loving our videos, our talks, and our conversations. If you do, please remember to like our videos as soon as you finish watching them. And also, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that by simply clicking on the red subscribe button below, and you'll be subscribed. Right beside the red subscribe button is the bell. Now click on it and you will get all our notifications. When a new video comes up, when a new video drops, you get the notification. Remember, you can also be part of the show by dropping your comments, telling us what we're doing right, telling us how well we're doing it, and giving your own suggestions as to how we can make the show better. We look forward to hearing from you guys. Well, in the meantime, please enjoy the conversations coming up. Catch up. We love each other, but we are both AS.
Be there to see things for what they are. You can't always be there to see things for what they are. For crying out loud.
You don't say it like you don't just put that person like you know
that the point and again you can't always be there to see things for what they are.
I'm not saying you should
because
be there,
if we keep waiting for everybody to be there, do you understand?
He did it.
That's what
he did
he
it.
You
have said that he did it.
That's your business.
Okay, you don't do it.
It's your business. To me, I don't know.
I love her, but she's AS.
Huh? She's AS.
I love him, but he's AS.
What if I'm AA?
Okay, sorry, I love her, but we are AS.
That's where I just come in.
But we are AS.
Oh my, save a child, Nico.
Yeah?
Do you understand?
That's actually a tough one because many people actually overlook that I'm AS, you're AS thing, and they go ahead being selfish, you know, at that moment and get married, and then at the end of the day they bring out children that come to the world to suffer. Why? Why? If only you could, maybe there's a button to fast forward and you find yourself in that situation in the future and you're able to come back, you definitely make a different choice.
Of course.
But some people say that their choice as in moving forward was based on choice, like moving ahead with.
Well,
whole,
I just feel
based on faith rather. That's what I'm trying to say.
I just feel it's so unfair to the kids. But we have free will, don't we?
I think you've mentioned something like this before.
We have free will.
I think she was so angry about that. Said she just made an instance here that she said if someone that is AS gets married to someone that is AS, they're just being. I don't want to use the word. She said they're just being stupid.
Yes. Or irrational.
So and no. If you look at it in all fairness.
That's
the truth.
I've changed.
In all fairness, that's the truth. Because you're just going to create problems for yourself.
Exactly.
You begin to run in and out of hospital with the children, and then you're not even feeling their pain. Because what the child is going through at that time, you can only pay the money, you're the one that's paying the bills, but the child is the one that's going through all of the stress. True. So why bring someone into the world when the person comes here to suffer?
And then you are suffering also.
You are suffering too.
And then the relationship is suffering also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they will just be bringing forth seeds that are likely to suffer. And it's not advisable for you to go into the marriage and in the long run you begin to have issues. You understand? If I actually love that person, I love you, it's just best we go our separate ways. We could be friends, like friends, very good friends, even when I'm married. Not bad friends, I mean very good friends. And then we're good, but not for us to get into a future that we both know is not worth the while. You know, that love
I don't think that love will actually hold them to
the test of time. Because at some point they'll be like, oh, okay, I was even saying that, I was even thinking that, and then they begin to
blame
the blame game. You know? It cannot stand the test of time. We love ourselves, yes, but it cannot work.
Let's follow these things as it is. See, I don't know, but I know a recent case of someone that the consequences and went out. In fact, very, very recent. But and as personally, because I have access to the person, we talked about it. Like, see, you really, it's a gamble. Do you understand? It's a gamble, but it's like putting your hand in fire and hoping it's not going to burn you.
Yeah.
You get, but I mean, he went ahead and that's it. But here again, for me, I think we are going to be very logical and thorough about it. I am not going to actually do that.
You won't go ahead.
I won't go ahead because one, it doesn't make any sense bringing a child to the world and suffering the child, and then even you will not even enjoy whatever you think you profess to this person, because that's the time both of you will be trading blames. Like, if we had known, say
before you know, it gets into resentment.
You know that kind of stuff.
If both partners are AS, they can't continue. Like, I feel like you don't want to bring in children in the world that will suffer, right? I mean, beyond love, there is logic. And the logic of the matter is that AS and AS shouldn't actually just, fall in love or go ahead to get married. That will even lead to procreation, right? So I don't think they should continue. If they are serious, so unless they are just hitting for hitting's sake. Right. Yeah, that's it.
How can you see a ditch and walk willingly into it? It's all about you before marriage and before kids. But the moment you get married and you bring into the world 6 kids, then it's all about the kids. And then you must have seen then that was a selfish decision to make at the time. You are AS, I'm AS, then why do you feel the need to go ahead and get married when you know there's a high probability of giving birth to AS children or SS, sickler kids? So I don't think it's a good idea to go ahead.
But there's a possibility that your children might not be SS. No?
True.
You can have AA.
You have one in 4. You have one in 4.
Why is it slim?
But you've seen the map.
It's very slim. Very, very slim.
Why say that you're gonna have SS?
Let me tell you something.
AS. You can have AA now.
Let me tell you.
can
Before
have
you
AS.
get to
Yes.
You can have AS.
let me tell you, you have like before you have one that is AA. Trust me, it will be like
hard.
it's not as if it's not possible for you to have. You can have, but trust me, you have like two SS, one SS, or let me just say one SS or something.
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
No, but
only
I've
if
seen a couple.
only if you decide, I just want to have just one child, and then probably there's this thank God for technology and everything. There's a new thing you can do that you can check the genotype of the child.
Which is not so.
That means you're going to be killing how many babies before you get to the
Unreliable too. Anything can happen.
You will kill. You have to kill because when the child comes, it's just
Once you
SS.
find out,
Yeah, we know they're not human.
But still
I know they're not humans yet.
Foetus.
But Phil, let me tell you something.
It's
First of all,
your blood.
how many
will
people
you
can
have to
afford?
flush?
No, that thing is
And how many
expensive.
people-
How many people can afford? It is very expensive. Don't even do like that. It's very, very
But you people that
expensive.
know that you want to go into this thing, you prepare your mind.
That's the
That you
point
want
is
to
Prepare
that
your mind. What if your pocket is not prepared?
Pocket must be prepared.
Your
Pocket
finance.
no.
Exactly.
We'll go do jazz. We'll go check out for Oracle.
Are you you can't see.
Waiting my big
So you are not in control of your future finance to say, okay, you've counted the
Exactly.
cost.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how much it's going to cost you.
You are not in control
Is
of
Or you've
it.
got
you
to
know,
pay-
pay
it's
your
draining
points at the
financially,
hospital.
emotionally. You understand? For the woman, you're
I think
not
it's
doing
more
anything. She's the
emotionally.
one getting
It's not
pregnant.
the woman that-
You understand?
She's the one carrying the
She's the
child.
one carrying the child, shooting it out every time. You're saying that,
She's not shooting anything out now.
Well, he's not shooting out, but like they're just
you know,
they're killing the
take it off,
fetus
yeah.
in
She's
her.
not shooting anything out.
I'm not saying she's whatever. They're sure doing something to flush out the fetus
Yes,
in her
and then
womb.
she will take in again.
And then she will
And
take in
then
again.
you
Do you know
identify
the
that-
emotional
and then
stress
you
it's going to
identify
cause
that
her?
And
she's
physical
like this,
pain.
And many emotional
And
stress
physical
and
pain
just-
too.
No, don't
Basic
even go there.
you
The
get-
point-
And why not carry the child and tell me how you
If I feel get belly, waiting there's emotional.
the point is
Unless if you
a
agree to
woman's
get
attached
married
to
and
that.
not give birth.
Exactly.
Then you
Which
can
is
opt
the point I'm coming
for
to.
adoption.
The
only
if
because
it's
the
that,
the only reason why you will say AS should not marry
nothing
AS
goes
is
wrong.
because of
You
the
understand?
children.
Yes, exactly.
Not because of any other thing, because of the children. So that children will not be. Me and 2 of us, we can decide
No,
and say,
I think
okay,
they want to
if
get
this is the
off.
situation, we'll get married but we won't have children.
Yeah, for 2 AS who are willing to get married, there are options available to them. We have artificial insemination. We have the decision not to have kids, because I believe that the main reason why you would say two people who are AS shouldn't get married is because of the kids, because you don't want them to suffer. So now you can do away with that by saying, okay, we don't want these kids to suffer. What's the solution? Let's not even have kids. That's a solution. Now, if you are so passionate that, yes, you guys want to have kids of your own, then you can now say, okay, we can have kids, but it has to be by other people, which is artificial insemination, which is another option. Or you can decide to adopt.
We all know that even
Who adopt?
we all know that even children are just like a part of the substance or whatever.
Exactly.
Love people
you
first.
want to
Because when
be.
you don't have kids, something is definitely missing.
Like that.
No, we
We
Yeah.
know of couples who are childless and
Yeah, and they're
living
fine.
love
Yeah.
themselves.
very
Yeah,
happy.
but something is still missing.
Yes, they
Huh?
will
Yeah,
not
something
see
is still
sometimes
missing.
you
Like
see
what?
it.
No, what about people that decide they don't want to have kids?
Some people decide that they
There's
don't
some
want
people
to
that
have
don't
kids.
want kids.
And yeah, there are people like
That's
that.
their
Yeah.
personal
So that's,
destiny.
I think that's the way of escape.
What's the
If you guys
percentage?
have agreed
Yeah, it's
that
low.
you
I know
agree that
it's
we don't
low,
want to
but
have
like I
kids,
mean,
so.
there are people
you will
like
have
that.
children. That's
Even though it's
the
very
only
We
low.
don't want
but
children.
you don't
there
want
are
children,
people
then AS and AS can go ahead.
Or
to
we
get
can
married.
adopt.
You can adopt.
If you want to
that's
adopt.
nice.
Okay,
You
go
can
and
adopt.
if we insist that we want to have our own
Surrogacy.
blood children,
But you know, for that,
go and snipe
both of
outside.
them
Go and
have.
snipe outside.
Both of them
Whose
have
child
to be
will
on
you
the
bring
same
home, my
page.
brother?
What?
Whose child will you bring home when you snap outside? I snap outside.
These
Are you even considering it?
No, like, I want to know. Seriously? Who owns the child?
She suggesting that if you guys are AS, you can go ahead and get married, but then you won't have kids with each other. You have kids outside. That's very, very unreasonable, and it just means that you don't love each other that much. How can you love someone and be in a marriage with that person and then go and sleep with another man because you want kids? You can adopt. You can go for other solutions, or at first just don't get married. Let it be. Look for someone who's not AS and get married to that person.
To me, I feel like what she said about each partner going to, have a child outside, it defeats the whole purpose of love. If you've decided to have a child outside, why don't you just get married to the? Why are you people being together? You don't, there's no reason for you people to be together if you're going to end up going to have sex with someone else to have a child, and she has to go outside to have sex with another person just to have a child. If you want to adopt, I don't have a problem with that. But for you to go and have sex outside, it defeats the whole purpose of love. To me.
I believe if two consenting adults go into a marriage and they're AS and they know that it's their biological children that will suffer if they come into the world, it's all about how high your maturity level is. If you feel that, yes, you're going to be matured about it and you'll be okay about it, why not? You can give your wife or your husband a pass, a hall pass that, okay, go get pregnant outside, or you go impregnate someone outside, if truly you are that passionate about having your own biological children. But if not, just adopt.
What snap are you snapping?
You don't
You
understand.
didn't get what he
says
said.
that if you don't want to adopt, he can go
And
and
you want
snap
your own
out.
blood
You also
kids.
snap out. Do you
She
understand?
gonna
For
have a
instance,
child of
the
her
woman
own
should go and
out.
have a child
Artificial
out.
insemination.
Okay.
No, I'm not
You
gonna
can
climb my
be a
wife.
person.
They can
I'm an
do
AA
that
So
one.
why
Okay.
do that? Why do that when you can actually just take care of it from the
Beginning, you understand?
How?
Don't
If
stress
you- if
How do you take
yourself.
it? How do you take care
See
of it
now,
from the
as
beginning?
in like come together and say, see, this thing we actually do love each other, but there's a logic to this love. Do you understand? Why don't you just find someone that can match this medical side of
Right,
you?
hear what you said now. They love each other.
But there is a logic to love.
They
now.
want to be together.
There is a logic to love. Yes.
Logic again.
Yes, there is a logic to
Wow.
love. There is a logic to love. We can choose to talk about it.
You don't love
For me,
before.
because of the
But
child, it's not.
why not?
It's not
Don't love
really a
before.
good
Yes, now,
option
but
for you as AS.
being an AS,
to go ahead and
why-
marry
as
as
in,
AS.
I
No
don't
matter
even
what
love
kind
it.
of
but
love.
with-
When you're in love with someone, if there's an obstacle, you guys will find the solution.
Which-
Forget
But
it.
what
What
solution do you have
solution?
to AS and
Solution to
AS?
what?
That's the solution we
With-
just
with
said
risk
now.
and
Solution
with-
to what?
Yes, now.
What?
To
No,
AS
with-
and AS.
To go and
With
get.
all the risk
to
and
go and
developments, there are
Decide
ways
you want
around it.
children.
Wait, when
Or
you
you
can
go and
now, when you
adopt.
There are ways around it.
What if I want to have kids
that one
of
of you
my
go and
own?
be
Yes,
as
I want to
child.
have kids
The
of
one
my
is
own.
not
Artificial
safe.
insemination.
From what?
From
Well,
who?
that's
Another
one way
person.
of
Yes.
I don't want that kind
That's
of
one
kids. I
option.
want my own
It's
kids.
going to be your child
How
too
can
now.
for your love?
See,
Where does
Going
the
to
love
be your
now come
child
to
too.
play?
let me tell you
Correct.
something. I'm not saying it's not going to be my child. It's going to be my child. But I want the sperm from my husband.
That you love.
I don't want from sperm bank.
Why must you?
what
Why
is
you
it?
That's what I'm
when you know
saying
your
for
husband
me.
has a
I'm
child?
saying for me. That's why I won't go ahead. I'm not saying people that are
Then,
idiots.
then,
I'm saying
then
that's
if
why
you're
I
not
won't
comfortable
go
with
ahead.
that
Yes,
first
I know.
option, you can go for the
Yeah,
adoption.
you love you.
You can go for
Can I tell you
adoption.
something? Can I say
The
something?
first people even ask nowadays is what's your genotype?
Yes, that's what they ask.
You not
Before you
prolong
start
it.
loving
So
yourself.
start loving and say what is your genotype?
Especially if you know you are AS or you're SS.
Bye.
Point
point of correction. I won't even be in love with someone that is AS in the first place. Yes. I won't be in love. Honestly, I'm serious. I won't be in love with someone that is AS from the word go. You know, we both know our genotypes. You're AS, I'm AS. Bye. Unless if I'm A, do you understand? And then you're AS, no problem. But if I'm AS and then you're AS, don't worry, it won't even start. The relationship won't start.
Are you serious?
Why would you,
so you've
why
loved
would
before.
You see someone that you love,
why
as
would
in
go
you just
through
love this
that
person. You
marriage?
now say
If
because of
later in
genotype.
future both of you will now be
That's a
thinking
valid
of
reason.
going
I'm not saying
to
it's
have
very, very.
artificial insemination with an AA. What sense does it make? Stay childless. If that's the love
Exactly.
that drives you.
If you're saying that's the love that drives you, just stay childless. If you guys love so much,
or at best come
if
together.
you guys like love each other so
Then
much.
train the child as your own.
Hear what I said
understand.
now. I said you guys can decide to stay childless.
What if one person?
Now,
you talked about artificial
if it's not a babe like Corey now saying that she must have children of her own.
Why would she
Go for
say
artificial
that?
insemination.
No, why would she say that? Because it's something that we've agreed from the beginning
the
that
word
we
go.
love each other and that we want to do it. So it's either we're staying childless,
Or
right?
we're adopting.
Or
No,
adopting.
you are
See,
limiting the
no,
options.
no,
There are so many options.
No, there are not so many.
See the
There are
point.
limited options.
See the point.
Eh?
There are limited options.
because we're
You don't
talking
have
about
a
Restricting the
platter of
option to
options.
just stay
Based on your-
childless
based-
or
based
don't get
on your-
married.
based
There's so
on
many
your-
options. You can adopt.
What other options?
artificial
We
insemination.
That's
mentioned
one.
adoption
That's
already.
one.
based on your rules on love, do you understand? Which you try to say is hard and fast, right? You get what I'm trying to say. You don't take the option of if you were going to come up with the option with the suggestion that you should go and have artificial insemination with an AA.
So why did you
This
get
is
married
something
to
you
an
have
AS
dealt it
first
from day
instance?
one.
From day one.
Do you understand? For me, it's a streamlined option at this point.
No, they are dealing with it
It's
from
either
day
we are
one
being-
now.
no.
Like they are cutting and they know they are both AS.
It's like another man now.
They're talking about it.
Why can't?
As in-
Yes, they are talking about it now. They will they will talk
Already,
now.
of course,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not like another
It's
man
either we don't
backing
have
you
children.
or
It's either we don't have
Do you
children.
understand
Or we
what I'm
adopt.
saying?
Or we adopt.
Or
Or
we
we
go
go
for
for artificial
artificial
insemination.
insemination.
We will pick the one
I
that
don't-
suits
That's
us.
three. That's three.
Yes,
Yes, that's three options. You pick. We'll not pick
For
the one
me-
that suits us.
Artificial insemination should be out of
Okay,
it.
but
Once
that
you
means
go
that
through
she would
why
have
should
given
they
you
have
her
it?
points. That's your
But
point.
that's
You
an
have
option.
mentioned at the beginning.
That's an
What is it?
I
option.
said that means maybe the girl wants a child of her own. She would have mentioned it.
No,
at
of course
that,
now.
at
Should
that
have
time.
mentioned it at the
Okay,
beginning now.
very
Even
good.
before the marriage, should have
Very
mentioned
good.
it now. This is something they will sit down and talk about. Oh, babe, oh, we love each other. I want to get married. But if we are going to get married, it's either of three things. Either we don't have children of
children
our
at
own,
all.
or
You
we
adopt.
adopt, or you do artificial insemination.
Me, I think
Pick
that
one.
the artificial
Or you snap
insemination
out.
part.
You
being
can't
part
force
of
her.
the
Let me
thing
tell you,
is
No,
mine.
you're not forcing her
And
now.
I
You are
pull the
telling
plug.
her.
All this thing you are saying,
me,
just,
the artificial
people can
insemination
change
is
their
too
mind. I
wide
can
and
tell you now that,
extensive.
oh, okay, I
Well,
don't
Going to
it's-
the
but
sperm
it's still
bank,
an-
but
it's
like,
still
I
an
don't
option.
see someone-
Artificial insemination, personally, I don't think it's a problem, but it's expensive. How many people can afford artificial insemination? If you're going into a marriage and you want to, okay, let's opt for an artificial insemination thing, and what if it doesn't work? Because there isn't this 100% chance that you're going to have kids through that. You might try and it doesn't work. That's if you have the resources and the finances to go through with it. To me, I don't think it's anything if you can afford it and you can go through the whole stress, the whole disappointment that comes with it. I don't think it's a problem.
Well, as for me, I don't have a problem with it, but I will not do it if I have an option. If, for instance, I know that I am AS, my spouse is AS, there's no point going ahead with it. Now, if I'm thinking of artificial insemination, not that I have any other issues, maybe not like my husband has problems or something else. If it's this issue of AS, there's no point.
I mean, if you want to look at it,
Wait.
one person's sperm now is like
You see, artificial insemination is like having sex with someone else.
like having sperm now.
No, it's not.
As in for me,
Now, like say they put person blood inside you now. You don't be
well, but now sperm they put inside your.
yeah, so you go feel I'm saying, oh, that's from the enter.
Maybe I don't know, but I just
Artificial insemination. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to be funny, but how now? Where is the action there? Where is the champignon? Where is everything? Come on now, how about? No. Artificial insemination is not like, it's in no way like having sex with someone else.
That's just ridiculous. No, it's not having sex with another person. Artificial insemination is not having sex with another person. Rice is just being ridiculous, honestly.
Okay, Bright's statement as touching artificial insemination, he feels that when you do that, it's as good as having sex with someone else. Well, that's his opinion. And if you look at it critically, I think it's almost true because I love you and someone's sperm is inside of me. What's that?
In a way, if you look at it, it's not someone else's sperm that will get into you. Like, okay, maybe take away the physical activity, but the end product is someone else's sperm.
I feel that, you know, at some point we make decisions, but then when some of these decisions don't stand the test of time, I'm telling you that I don't want to have children at this point. You understand? And we get into the marriage. At some point in my marriage, I begin to feel like, oh, I like the way this lady is taking care of her children. I want to have children of my own. You know, I said to you before at the beginning that I don't want to have children. I have changed my opinion. Exactly. I have changed my choice. What now happens to the two of them at
the
that
guy
time?
will have his own children too.
So you see?
As in?
She's saying that, okay, probably they agree that, okay, it's the wife. If I want to get you very well, like, okay, before the marriage, you guys agree that it's only the wife that will go for artificial insemination, and the guy says, no, I won't have any children. We only take care of your own children you get from artificial insemination. Is that what you're saying?
No.
It's going to be their children.
From the word go, we have agreed not to have children.
Okay, we have agreed not to.
You understand? Now, as we grow in the marriage, maybe like we're 2-3 years in the marriage, and I'm like, oh my God, how I wish I have a child. Maybe I see someone playing with her own child, or something just happens, and I just want to have a child. And I decide to change my mind about the first initial my first plan.
That will not have children.
So what happens to that time?
Hey, we'll now look at the options left for us then.
Okay, we'll come back again.
So
we'll come back now.
To be finally.
Oh, babe, now I want to have children. Okay, you want to have children now.
What do we do? Because
what happens to that love?
She gave an example, and she said now they will now look at. So where is now the love?
Where's the love?
The love is in you guys trying to find the solution. If there's no love, you people just say, oh, okay, go your separate
ways. That's the point.
Why don't you have stress? Why don't you have kind of stress?
Why are you saying this thing as if it's rocket science, a something big like that?
Not be everything they find solution for.
Every problem has a solution.
Marriage is not.
Some things you walk away.
This one, solution there already. Will not be say there is solution already. More than one solution.
He's trying to say like.
You want to have children? You want to have
the
children?
solution of you, both of you coming together,
go
in the home and get to the
adopt.
middle and then begin to recount on your resolve.
You could do that if you think you have the energy.
You would have thought it through.
You have thought it through.
Okay, the difference of this time is that, okay, fine, at least while you got into the marriage, everything was okay, right? But you cannot just blind your eyes to things that are obvious to you, and then, you know, it's like walking a dangerous path, you know, and then you're giving yourself the assurance that you have a gun to defend yourself when you can avoid that path and save yourself the stress of even dodging the enemy's bullet, let alone pulling your own trigger. Do you understand? So that's the difference. The first one is that, okay, you know, you have everything that you need in your hands to make those decisions, and then you choose to be blind to them, right, and go right into the pit or go right into that, walk through that path. I mean, and then the second one is that at least you didn't have all those information, right, but you got stuck at the middle, and that's where you begin to find the solution. So that's the difference.
I think there's a difference. The difference is, okay, you are AS, I'm AS, and we love each other, want to get married, and then we find out that we're both AS. It's not better at that time to tackle that issue and let it go. Let that person go, find another person to get married to, so that later other issues won't come up and destroy your marriage, than to go in, and then in the middle of things, maybe you decide, okay, we're not going to have kids, and then at the middle of everything, and you decide, oh, I want to have kids, and then you start looking for other options, which might not be favorable to you at that point. You might not have the finances to go for those options, and you might, or at a point, it might not be possible for you to get those other options. So what do you do? So I think there's a difference between tackling a situation in the beginning and also in the middle. But I think you should just tackle it in the beginning. Just cut off the head of the snake. Kill it and cut the head off.
I just feel like marriage
the option of not having children doesn't really work sometimes for so many people.
Yes.
It may work at first, but after some time
they want
to. That's why you as a man, or as, let me before
as
they say
lovers.
I'm saying women are inferior now, or as a woman, you should have a backup plan, something at the back of your mind. Okay, if this does not fly, what else can come in? What else can we introduce? So if at the end of the day now we've already agreed that we don't want to have children, now we want to have children, I already have it in my subconscious that in the event that we decide that we want to have children, this is what we will do, which is the artificial insemination, or we adopt.
Or we go our separate ways.
Or you have to split the bill.
Yeah.
You don't
Split
understand?
out.
Yes,
You
now.
Yeah, you pull the plug now.
I love you. You are not going anywhere. We
Oh,
die here.
yes.
We
Are
die
you
here
serious?
together.
Are you
You are
serious?
not going anywhere.
After all of the
It's your
stress,
children you
I
want.
don't know.
You will give birth, no problem.
Well,
No,
There's
there's no
something
point
you
going
have
through
an
this
opinion.
emotional stress.
So far no man
And even
climbs her.
physical
Marriage is not
stress.
So
even
far
easy
no
for you
man
to come
climbs
and add
us.
another thing
Eh?
to it.
And so far I don't go and climb another woman.
We are good
It
to
is
go.
medical. We're good to go now. What's there now?
No,
People
no,
are
no.
saying this thing
Yeah,
as
no,
if
See,
Well,
I
I'll
don't
do
like
it
to
anyways.
talk about
Eh?
your
Something
feeling,
is
but
there. I
won't do it.
I think there are some things you should
I
get
won't
right
do it
from
too.
the
I
beginning.
won't.
Like if you're not,
Hey.
if you know you're not, if you're,
What
if you know,
kind of love
if you
is
know
that?
you're going to come to the middle and say both of you should now, because one person is now recounting on the resolve you had in the first place that made you went into the marriage.
Relationship.
For me, as in, then where is the love in the first place? So why don't you just deal with it from the roots,
from the word go.
in the first place?
If you take the decision at the middle, havoc could have been wreaked at that point. Do you understand? But at the beginning, when you take a decision, you have taken a stand against such havoc being wreaked. Do you understand? I know this is a gallows, and I know this from here, from right here. There's no point jumping. But when I have jumped and I'm discovering there's a gallows, I am almost as sure as going to be destroyed or fall into that gallows, as the case may be. So timing is very, very important. If I found out from the beginning, we need to do something about it ASAP.
No, but sometimes things
I
don't come up till you're in the middle.
You know,
I
but
don't
Things don't
understand
come
your
up till
point.
you're
You
in
are
the
saying
middle.
if you love someone
Sure, but-
and the love is strong and you people are faced with this, you people should just let go. It means that you people are you've already
It's
given
best
up on the
for
relationship
you. No.
before it's even matured.
This
But
is
that's
a very
the best,
you-
that's
no.
the best option.
I'm saying it.
Maybe,
There is
maybe.
solution
We're talking
now.
about something very
Even that is a
fundamental.
solution.
Let's not
Hold
forget.
on.
Splitting is a solution also.
It's a solution,
Yeah,
but
of course.
there are
Walking
other, there
away
are
is a
other
solution
solutions.
too.
It depends on what you
can
want.
pick.
Walking away is a solution.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Someone I love,
Forget.
someone I love so much, splitting will not even be an option. Except I see there's no other option.
That's for
This
you.
is a very
Yeah.
That's for you. Other people might
Why would I
not
say
think that
because
way.
I'm
Other
AS,
people might
you
not
are
think
AS,
that
we
way.
might have
Something
SS,
very
and that's all because of that. It's a different thing if there's nothing like artificial insemination or adoption.
I'm sure you've seen families. I'm sure you've seen families that
Works
have
for.
SS.
Uh-huh.
Like they have
Yeah,
SS
and what they
the
go
kind
through.
of trauma they go through.
I'm not saying we
It's
should
not
give
easy.
birth to
What are you saying?
SS.
No, you're saying that.
Okay,
I'm not saying
you're saying
giving birth to
Women
SS
being-
is selfish and is wicked on the part of the couple because you are not the
And
one that will
stupid.
suffer. It's
That will
it's
suffer,
those children
yeah.
that will suffer. So I
And they
won't
will come
even
to
I
the
won't
world
even
with
think of
brilliant
bringing
ideas
those
they want
children
to achieve in life,
to the world
and then you
first.
just cut their lives short for nothing.
But for me, I won't even take that as trying insemination. It's something I can deal with from the world.
Wait, why are you against artificial insemination first? That's the
No,
main question I
as
should
in,
have asked
it's a
you.
different
Like-
thing if I married. See, for me, it's a different thing if I married someone
Let me
that
help
I
right.
know that I did it right. Do you understand? And
You know
then
that you didn't live right.
I did it right.
Oh, okay.
I did it right. Like all the indices were
In place.
in place, and
Okay,
then
but something happened
exactly,
along
and then
the way.
something happens, we can't give birth. I'll take that option, but I can't just.
You can't set out at the world goal that
Yes,
this is what I
can't
want
set out
to
at
do.
the word go that because, and then I know that there is a fundamental flaw. Do you understand? And then I now jump into the flaw,
I get.
and then I'm saying that this is the solution. I'm going
to
to
Okay,
do.
your issue now is the timing.
Yes,
timing.
as in I won't
No,
do
I think
that.
what he's
I
trying
won't
to
do
say is that if they were fine initially, like they got married and everything was,
And
then
then
something
we
happened
couldn't-
along the
yeah,
way.
I can take that.
He can
with-
take that, but
Oh,
he's
but
not
But
going
like
to
something
set
I
out
knew
From the beginning.
from the beginning,
Uh,
knowing that
the end
this
is going
is
to
the
be.
solution to we
Yes.
cannot have kids. We want to
Exactly.
settle for
Yes.
insemination. There's a difference. He doesn't want. He has chosen not to. Let me tell you, in
He
life,
wasn't aware of it
in
from
life,
the beginning.
when
Uh-huh.
things
He
happen
wasn't
to
aware.
you,
And
you
that's
deal
it.
with it.
But I can't
But
be-
he has
I
decided
can't
he
be
doesn't want to
different.
choose that for
I'm
himself.
getting into a pit intentionally.
It's a different
Really
thing.
like-
They're totally different
It's
things.
not different.
Okay, now,
He is
I'm
choosing.
getting
He
into
has
it.
the right to
Choose.
And I'm saying,
choose.
okay, if I want to
I want
enter
to get
this
to
pit,
this pit.
That
I'm
you use
entering
a
with
ladder,
pillow.
there's
I'm
a
entering
ladder
with pillow.
there.
With pillow, there's bed.
Does it mean
There's
I
bed.
can avoid?
Like
You
you
can
can
say
avoid
it's the
the
same
pit.
thing now.
I can avoid the pit. Why going with a
Why
ladder?
going?
It's the same thing now.
Yeah, right.
Maybe there are things. Maybe there are some things you're looking for.
Why instead of going to the people then planning to come out? I totally get what he's saying. I totally get him.
If you are hungry, and food is at the bottom of the pit, you now say, oh, because of this pit, I will use ladder.
No, that's a different.
That's another point.
How is it different? How is it different?
The only food in the world.
Yeah, the only food in the world. In the desert,
I get what
hungry.
you're saying, honestly speaking, but because I honestly am on his side because I understand what he's saying. You don't set out in life that okay, he has decided he has the right to choose for himself that I don't want to be. This is what I want in life. But along the way, because we all know that in life things happen to people.
Yes.
Bad things happen to people. But like if we get to that bridge, we look for how to cross it.
Exactly.
But not like I'm going to be planning the
intentionally
plan that
I'm going to that bridge.
I want to go through all these hurdles in life. I don't want that for my life. I want everybody wants good things for their life.
It falls down to what I'm saying.
Let me give you a good
If you
example.
love the person,
You want to travel now.
it won't even bother you that you are
I'm
planning
saying
From the
this
word
from
go.
the word go. Say I'm not even.
Go.
Let me tell you something. There's
You
no way
must
if I'm
see people that get
AS.
married to ladies who have no womb, and they will say, I love you, I'm going to marry you
want
like
to
that.
travel. You're going to go through.
It's the same thing.
That's the same thing. Bright is saying now that, okay, assuming now, you marry your wife, everything
Oh, you had
they
already
enter. She
planned
can't enter
to
house
do
now,
that, lady has
womb
no
can't spoil.
That's the point. I just said it.
No.
What
will you do? What will you do?
said
And what will you not
take that
do?
route
You will not take
because
adoption.
You're not
You
even
need-
listening.
need
You will not take
listen
You
to-
don't
adoption.
understand
No,
what
I
he's
guess
trying
this
to
point
say.
very well. Very, very well.
Thank God
What?
you gave an
What?
example.
Well,
I
wait till when it
thought that my
happens.
wife
Wait till when it
couldn't
happens.
conceive.
But so far it has not happened.
Don't plan it.
If you are saying
You
wait
said
till
my
when it
wife
happens,
couldn't
then
conceive.
truly
Then
you
we
don't
now
love that
start
person.
adoption or insemination.
you're getting
What
it
is
wrong. You're
that?
getting it
You're
wrong.
mixing things up.
I don't know, maybe that's how
You're
I'm
mixing
seeing it.
things
No, you're
up.
getting it
Okay,
wrong.
maybe I should try and explain it very
Explain,
well.
let's
If you love someone, you won't allow anything
Any harm.
discourage you from going ahead. I don't know if you understand. If you love someone unconditionally, you won't allow anything
Say, where are
to
you from
discourage.
now?
I'm telling you. See, I'm telling you. I've seen someone. I've seen someone. I've seen someone. An uncle. I've seen an uncle who married his wife. She also have a womb.
I say we can choose.
Everybody discouraged him. He said, "No, I love this. I will marry her like that."
From the onset, he knew.
From the onset, he knew, and he said, "I will marry her." She didn't have a womb. He said, "I will marry her like that. No problem. I'll marry her like that."
No,
That's
you
one
can't
of
take
our
the
men
cost.
That is
People
one.
like that.
You
Eh?
can't take the
But
cost.
chill, wait, no, chill.
can't
Right,
take
chill.
the cost.
Right,
Me, I
chill,
can't take
right,
the
chill.
cost.
Right, chill.
Exactly.
Chill. Why did he do that? Why did that my uncle do
girl.
that? Because he loves her.
Me, I can't.
If he did not love her like you, he would say, "Oh, you don't have womb, babe. We
No,
love ourselves,
you don't get
but you don't
it.
have
You
womb.
don't
Go,
get it.
let me to go." If you love the lady, forget all this ASS or whether she doesn't. You will marry her.
Sheyi, let me
You
tell
will
you
damn the
something.
consequences.
Love is relative.
Why are you trying to say that? Okay,
Let me
love
tell you
gets
something.
sense.
Let's say it this way. I've been in love before, so the more reason why I'm very passionate is when I argue in favor of love. I've been in love that I've done so many crazy things for love. I've gone to extra lengths for love. You understand? So when I say love is very powerful, I mean it's very, very powerful. It's powerful in the sense that you would even ignore the most reasonable of all logic and pursue that thing that you can see that no, there's no way in it. So when you love someone and there is something in the way, you would try every possible best to get that thing out of the way. You don't just give up on love. If you truly love the person, you won't give up on that person. You will look for solutions.
It's relative.
It's
What
relative.
is love to you is different from what
That's
is love
what
to
I'm
her.
saying.
So let me
You are
tell you
still- you are still
something.
getting me
There's
wrong.
some people
You
that
like to say
there's
love
some
that
people
woman
that
died here.
there's
You
some
say
people
love
that
for yourself.
their
At
husband
the
beats
time,
them.
just- it's a different
They
thing,
will
not
tell you it's
compared
because
to
he
love.
loves me. To you, is that not stupid? But to her, she feels like my husband loves me. That's why he beats me. Do you understand? That's why I'm saying that love is relative for you. But to me, I'm like, are you okay in the head? Do you understand? But to her, that's love.
You don't love the
But
person.
to me, that's just stupid.
To me,
Do you
you don't love the
understand?
person.
Yes.
That's animalistic.
To me, you don't love the person.
For the man to beat me, are you as in what are you
No,
saying?
beating is a different thing.
No,
now.
that's what I'm
Beating, you want to die now. You are putting your own life at risk.
That's what I'm saying. That love is relative
No.
for her. For
It's
her.
relative.
If you- let me tell you something. There's some
Truly,
women
you have
that
counted your
nobody
loss.
can tell them
However,
anything.
you look out
She will
for
tell
you,
you that my
you look out
husband
for
loves
you.
me. That's why
Exactly.
he's beating me.
I'm
We all
not saying-
have
relative.
we all have the
Why
free
you guys
will
are
to
saying-
choose to do
So you
things.
can't tell him that he
Counting
doesn't
your
love
loss.
he doesn't
Looking
love
before
the
you
woman.
leave. It's good. Looking before you leave. It's good, no doubt about it.
Then leaping
Me, I'm
before
saying
you
that
look.
when you're in love with someone, you don't even look. You go jump.
And
at
that's
that.
and that's okay.
And then in the
In
middle,
this
you
in
not
this
look.
time,
In this time,
in this time, and it's okay.
love is not blind though.
Love
Not anymore. Not anymore. It's not blind.
All the five senses.
From day one, love they carry walking stick.
Come on.
No be even today.
Now fake love be that. Now China love.
Really?
No be original love be that.
Let me tell you something, Shay. Me right now, if you ask me personally,
in mathematics, there's all the
if I'm AS, I don't have any business being with someone that is AS. Let me tell you from the word go. I'm asking I don't have any business being with someone that is AS.
You love the person.
Love will not. That's why I'm telling you that.
And this love that you're shouting
later, I will love you.
Later in life, later in the relationship, by the time you have kids, this love that you are shouting and shouting, you know it to disappear.